Now, I was watching your special on HBO, and the first thing that came to my mind, like when I was done, is like, I wonder if Nikki Glaser talks like this at like Thanksgiving with her family.
Yes.
Like I want to see you at a holiday dinner. Like, how is it?
I've curbed it. Like it was always that way in my childhood of not being so much as funny
Or
as
in class
just saying,
as a kid.
Well, I was totally shy as a kid. I just was
Okay.
terrified of being made fun of, or I really thought I was ugly and I just didn't want boys to make fun of me. So I was really shy in school and never spoke at all. But in terms of like around my family or around friends and friends' family, I just never had any filter. And I quickly learned like you can't say this, like people just look at me like, why would you say that? So there was a lot of that going on. And you learn, okay, there's something wrong with me that I ask these questions and that I have these curiosities. And I wasn't trying to be funny. I was really curious how many people my dad slept with before he met my mom. Like, when I was 11, I found out that you can like sleep with people before you marry someone. And I was like, I'm just curious, Dad, how many women have you slept with before Mom? And I asked it in a van ride on the way to Michigan with like our whole family in this van. And my dad, I asked it as like we're pulling out of the driveway. And I'll never forget because my dad said nothing. He didn't say anything the rest of the drive home. So maybe he was calculating it in his head, but it was just dead silence. So I just, that feedback, and my family is not one to just be like, we're not gonna talk. Like I could tell like I had offended everyone to their core, and it was like really shameful. So I think I grew up feeling the things I was curious about, the things I wanted to talk about, sex and just gross stuff was like shameful. And like, you're like not a normal girl. Like you're talking kind of like an autistic boy, like there's something wrong with you. And so I just stopped until I did comedy. And then I was like, oh, I could get paid for talking like this.
Now, do we have an autistic family member now? Or did you get the results?
No, yeah, that was that was the joke in my special. No, not yet. But I was I might have a touch of it, which is fine. I wish I did because I think it's an amazing thing. But you
ever think you're gonna find out how many?
How many what? People that my dad slept with?
Yeah.
I think it's innumerable. I mean, I think that he was a hot guy in the 60s and 70s, and he was like the cool kid on campus. He's a musician. Like there's no telling how many brothers and sisters I have out there. Yeah,
he does seem like the man. I love when he pops up on social.
Oh, thank you so much. He's so cool. Like he's really I have such a supportive family, which is really rare for a female comic. And like for me knowing I wanted to do this since I was in high school or in college actually is when I found stand-up, but them always supporting me, like I really lucked out of like them not being like, you can't do this, because it wasn't going well for a while.
I mean, that's a great support system to have someone, always there. I mean, I had a great support system.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the van story popped up, there's a story. I was like 13. My brother was 20. My sister was 11. And my brother was in the front seat. And we were going to Half Moon Bay for like a lunch. My mom's in here. My sister's in the way back of the Suburban. And I'm fucking with my brother. Like he's in the front seat. So I'm like messing with his head.
Yeah.
And he goes, Julian, stop fucking touching me. And I go, and I keep on doing it. And he swears. And my mom goes, Jason, watch your mouth. He goes, Mom, you know what a 13-year-old boy does with his hands all day? Especially with a computer. From left field, my little sister, who's 11 years old, from the back seat. Are you guys talking about jacking off?
Oh, my God.
I'm sitting here as a 13-year-old boy. My dad's sitting there like laughing. I'm like about to cry.
I'm sure. There's nothing more humiliating to a 13-year-old boy
when
than
your
being
mom
called out
and your
for
sister
masturbating.
Bro, Nikki, how did you?
Little sister, mom, and so we go to this lunch, and I'm so sad. I'm like embarrassed as fuck. We get to this lunch, and I go, "May I be excused to go to the bathroom, please?"
No.
And my mom goes, "Where you going, to jack off?"
I love her. Mom, no! I could see you just stomping
I was
off.
like, oh, just put my head down.
Because you had probably just started jacking off.
Yeah,
And like it is
yeah.
your little secret that you think no one else knows about. It is
Yeah.
your little shameful thing that you do. There's
I had
nothing.
an older brother though, so you know what I mean. You kind of knew a lot about stuff.
Okay,
like
so
that.
okay, that's good. That does help a lot.
Well, yeah,
and not be
7
the
years
first
older
one.
too.
Then yeah, you.
We shared a room, and I
taught you
remember
the
he had
ropes.
girlfriends and stuff. So
And you're 38 now, so 13 you were getting the internet.
oh yeah, we were AOL dial up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we
You're
may have
getting
had
those.
6,000 viruses from all the porn I downloaded from BearShare.
Yes. Oh my
Maybe
god.
6,000. Still on BearShare, Napster. I mean, we were in the early stage.
Wait, you guys were downloading porn? Like I didn't get into that. Downloading porn? Like on LimeWire and Napster?
We were downloading music.
I didn't know you could download porn.
Yeah.
Why would you do that if you could just like play it on a
No,
website?
you couldn't. You couldn't yet.
Oh, you couldn't. It was just pictures?
No, you could.
Your
You
internet
could.
wasn't fast enough.
Yeah,
That's so true. Okay, I just remember like tits going like, you know, like that. But I guess I never looked at video. Wow. Okay,
Pam
that
Anderson
makes
sex
sense.
tape is probably still downloading on my parents' computer.
Yeah, it took like 5 days to download a video.
77% right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.